semi-final. Here are the teams for England and Canada. And after the excitement of Fiji against South Africa, there's a lot to play for here. Big things are happening for these two teams, these two nations in Rugby Sevens. England are here in Turkey. They've left Australia behind on their way into the Olympic qualifying top four with the hope of a tournament win here right now. And Canada, with a famous win over New Zealand in the Cup quarter-final earlier today, they have a women's World Rugby tournament in a fortnight's time, and it's just been confirmed they have a men's sevens tournament on the circuit next March as well. And they too have the right here and now of winning a tournament for the very first time. Exciting times for these two teams in the second Cup semi-final here in Tokyo. Support is here for both teams. Look at the smiles after the previous Cup excitement and the anticipation of this one. I'm Keith Quinn. With me is Carl Tanana. There's our referee for this one, Mike Adamson.
Oh, really looking forward to this one, Keith. Canada, they totally deserve their semi-final spot, and if this one goes anything like the one we just seen, I can't wait.
So everybody in this game is a personality who's thoroughly merited being here. Referee Mike Adamson from Scotland blows to begin the second Tokyo Sevens Cup semi-final, and there is Tom Mitchell of England in the white against Canada in the red, kicking away to touch. Big audience coming in Canada, watching live streaming of this final on the World Rugby website. And hello to our many hundreds of thousands of viewers, possibly more even than that, on Sky Sports Live in Britain, and of course our wonderful global audience all over the place watching the best of sevens from Tokyo. Let's see Canada shape up against England. That's the halfway line there. There is big John Moonlight. He's one of the men who do the heavy lifting in the front for Canada. And this is an interesting selection out wide for Canada. That's Adam Zaruba. He's a very big young man. And James Rodwell diving in head first. You've got to be courageous to do that in the face of flying feet. Get it for England this time.
Yeah, 50-50 ball there by Rodwell, and that was great work by him. But this guy doing equally just as good. What a clean out there from England. I really rate this team.
And Norton is number 4. Number 2 for England is Charlie Hayter. And 7 is the familiar figure with the long hair of Dan Bibby. Referee gives Canada an early penalty.
One guy who I think has made a huge difference to this Canadian side this weekend in Tokyo is in jersey number 10, just creating that turnover, Kieran Hearn. He's been brilliant since he's been introduced. Wasn't available for Hong Kong, just come back from the 15er side in Fiji. He's been a beast in the midfield for the Canadians.
And this guy too, tough little character, Sean White. And Jones. White gets it again now. He's a scrum half in the 15 game. There's Hearns. He also is a Canadian 15 side rep. They mix it up in Canada to find their best combinations for 15 and 7s. Look at that from Hearn in a tight spot. He clears some space. Oh, there was the threat of Rodwell there with Jones. And Zaruba number 12.
Geez, that's a good read in defence from James Rodwell. He's doing some great work. Not only at kick-off time, he's claiming all the ball on the deck, and on that occasion he comes off his line. If the Canadian player gets the ball away, it's a try all day long, but he makes the read and he does it well.
59 tournaments. There's Mike Fellafell from Canada. Castaway Wanderers. It's the call from the sideline here. Was there a flag out?
I'm not sure what this is about here, Keith. You can listen in.
So Tom Mitchell has been called out. Listen.
Okay, ball's gone away. You swung a punch and hit the arm. Okay.
Swung a punch. No recourse, no retaliation in terms of verbal from the England captain. He's gone to the bin, so this gives Canada a good early chance. I didn't see that, Carl.
Neither did I, but you've got to keep your discipline in these situations when it comes to the big show, Keith.
And this is the big show for Canada. It's a rare appearance for them in the semi-finals. They were in one last year. Fellafell And now White shifting it through the hands. Moonlight, Byrne. Oh, nice work by Connor Trainer, but the drift defence has come across, even though there's only 6 on the field. Let's see how England go this time, facing against 7.
Well, they were always under the penalty advantage, and they knew that, but it's not the first phase they're going to break, Keith. It's the second and third phase where they really do make their yards. And Canadians, what do they do here? You've got to try and exploit the outside. You've still got a man left over.
And a minute has gone in the yellow card situation for Mitchell, who's off the field. So there is Moonlight. He understands how it works, of course. Trainer White full of foul. That's the second time it's dropped in front of the Canadians. Their passing let them down a couple of times here. Zaruba. Fully foul. Trying to bash his way through. Lost forward.
I think Fuiaila foul there. He's just been a bit guilty of being too deep. And they go back to that side to him. He needs to come up 5 metres at least, and there's been a number of penalties at the breakdown. Here's just a warning from Mike Adamson.
He's to stop now.
So pressure continues on England with a man in the bin. This time, follow foul, hasn't connected again, but he's tough and very aware. We know that from the many times he's been on the tour. He's 35th tournament. Breaking away here is Charlie Hayter, and that's the right call for England to give it the big hoof downfield. We're going to have a quick look at the yellow card, and we'll direct your eyes down to the bottom right corner as Mitchell comes on. It's a critical moment. We want to see how it happens. Look for Mitchell number 6. He swings an arm to clear himself and went to the bin.
Well, the Canadian player's holding on to him, and he's just trying to get rid of him. I don't think it's a punch. He's just swinging to get rid of him. I've seen that about 12 times this weekend.
Yes. He touched that. Federico Anselmi from Argentina made the call to referee Adamson, and that was the result. It wasn't questioned by Mitchell. Of course, the idea is to get off the field, get onto the chair as fast as possible. That starts the clocks. And Canada's still doing pretty well here, I must say. It's a tight game. It's like the previous Cup semi-final. No score late in the half. Zaruba. He is just in his 6th tournament, so he's much more inexperienced than some of the other old heads in the Canadian setup. Now they move it out wide to Connor Trainer. He's been around a while, so too is Hearn. And also Moonlight, but look at that from Dan Norton, and now here's Mitchell back in the game, and as always he makes his mark.
Oh, most definitely. He's trying to make up also. Look at the fight in him. Good set. Now they go wide.
England trying to battle out of their own half now. They've only had 8 passes in the half to Canada's 32. So that's a big advantage in possession. Dan Bibby, look at the tackle by Zaruba. Rodwell chased by Jones. Space! And a lovely try coming in for Charlie Hayter. So they were back with their heels against their goal line for most of the first half, but they gave England a chink of a chance.
The captain there giving Hayter a tap on the back. He's the one that got it started. Rodwell doing some great work initially, clears it from halfback, but Bibby, I think he's been brilliant both on defence and attack. Watch him here, give it to Rodwell. He keeps himself available after passing the ball. Nice timing as well from the big man, and Charlie Hayter. You can see there, very tired, but he gets up, gets in support, and what a score for England.
Well, Charlie Hayter made his debut late last year in the Gold Coast, so he's very young into the World Tour as well, just 5 tournaments under his belt, but he's impressed his coach Amer, who's kept him on. With Simon Amer at London Scottish for a while, but let's have a look at the seconds remaining. Harry Jones has given such valuable service for Canada, so this won't end, the half won't end here. Sean White to halfway, big collision there. Called okay by the referee.
Man on his feet.
Great work from the breakdown. You can see the Canadians are just trying to run right at the English team and make them tackle them. And I like this move too. A lot of teams just kick the ball out and go to the half, but this English team, they want to attack.
Oh, fumbled there by Burgess, but that's going to end the half, I think. So that was an unfortunate end, but it's didn't lead to anything. The try by Hayter is the only scoring in the first half. Bit of a tiny lack of lapse in concentration, and we'll go to the break with one converted try favouring England over Canada in the second Cup semi-final here in Tokyo. It's 7-0.